So here we are looking at what I think is probably the nicest drive-away awning outside of vehicles of a low height. So this is the Dometic Rally Air Tour 330 DA, and as you can see, it is in the brand new Dometic Tour material. So that's 300D dope dyed material. So ripstop as well, as you can see that when you start to get close as well. So that ripstop gives that material extra strength. But the 300D, what that means to people like me and you is that before these panels and before this awning gets put together, every individual strand of fabric is dyed. So that makes it far more resistant to fading, makes it slightly lighter and more waterproof. It's one of the most waterproof materials on the market. And like I say, in terms of physical looks, I just love the colouring of the Dometic, the new Tour stuff. So for example, if we have a look down here, I love the contrast of the colours from the dark material to the sort of the lighter material. And then in places you can see here, they've got that little flash of orange as well. It just makes it look absolutely gorgeous. So we can't get around the sides, but you don't need to. We can see enough from the front. So what this comes with, it comes with these three straps. So one on each end, and you also get the one in the middle as well. So as you can just see down there in the corner, that's also got the orange straps on there. Something else which I've just noticed to tell you about as well. So as you can see, there's two zips there. So a lot of people ask what the two zips are for. So that means that for those of you that want to go out and buy mesh panels, and you absolutely can do, and it just means that you can have a mesh panel zipped in all the time, so that when you want to expose the mesh panel, for example, you can just unzip that and fold it over rather than having to take the whole entire panel out. So I'm going to take you inside now. So this awning covers a rail height of 220 centimetres up to 3 meters. So we've got the all-season equivalent of this awning for when we travel, and we absolutely love it. And when we are ready for a new one, we'll definitely be coming to the Tour. It's available in a 390. It's also available in a 260. So once again, as you can see, I'll stand back here and just so you can see the light, you can see the square of the ripstop. Curtains, again, you know, things that really float my boat are things which are really high quality. So the curtains in the Rally Tour stuff is absolutely gorgeous. And as you can see, like there was on the 330 DA all season, you've also got a window there which you can roll back and expose a mesh panel on there as well. A mesh panel on both of the doors, so on that door there, and you've also got a mesh panel on that door as well. So what we're showing here is how we have, well, similar to how we have ours. So if you can imagine your motorhome or your campervan or your panel van is going to be there where that wall is, you can actually zip these big door sections right the way back, which is what we do. So you can zip those door sections right the way back, and essentially if you're not going to drive away much, it gives you this extra little bit of space which is being used as a bit of a dumping ground in here. So you can see this extra space, which I think the cowl area is 90 centimetres. So what's brilliant about this awning, as you can see just up there, you've got your straps there where you can tension the sides. So obviously, you know, 80 centimetres is quite a large difference in cowl. So you can tension it there, but you can also tension it across the top. One thing I always really like as well is having a door at both ends of the cowl. I always wonder why you tend to only have a door sometimes on the back. Now, something which is brand new that Dometic started to do on this awning is, I'll just show you up here now. So as you will see, there is a black bar which looks severely bent there. So that comes here and fits into that little socket there. So what that does is that creates a peak in the middle part of the cowl, which forces the rain off in either side. So one thing that people complain about a lot with drive-away awnings in the Cowl area is that when they start to catch a bit of water and they pool in the middle, puts a lot of unnecessary pressure on your either on your wind-out sun canopy or a lot of unnecessary pressure on the rail which you've got attached to the side of the van. So let me just zoom in so you can see it at the back there. As you can just see it, it's peaked. So that is going to be much, much higher than the rest of the Cowl. So should help to reduce the water pooling. Another thing as well that I love about this awning is just how much light it lets in. So with the lightness of the material on the top, you've got Velcro bits there where you can attach your saber links. Saber links, in my opinion, are the best lights to take away camping. It's also got these two big windows here. I love those, once again letting loads and loads and loads of light in. And it's this, things like this, if you look at the curtain track, it's just absolutely brilliant. Once again, that little bit of orange, that little flash of colour, and my favourite thing, which I might not be able to show you properly, is just that bit of a Dometic logo there. How good does that look? You've also got space here for your mist straps. So all in all, I think if you've got something that's got a rail height over 220 centimetres, I think this Rally Air Tour, whether it's 260, 330, 390, I think that is the best drive-away awning on the market, bar none.